You know, you know what? I'm being honest here. This had to have been one of the craziest Royal Rumble PLEs I have ever called in my entire career as a content creator. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. The Royal Rumble. I've said this in so many times over the last 10 years that I've been doing this. And I'm gonna say it again. The Royal Rumble is a lot more unpredictable than people may seem to think. But tonight was beyond what we expected. It literally met all of our expectations and then some. So without any further ado, here are the results and my review of the 2025 Royal Rumble. Kicking these off, obviously, is the Women's Royal Rumble. Both Tiffany Stratton and Rhea Ripley have been, both have, both have been incredible as champions. But who got the chance to pick their spot for WrestleMania? Well, you guys see this. You guys see it. I have the Royal Rumble official scorecard right here. And I'm being honest, this was not what I expected. This was probably by far one of, if not the most stacked women's Royal Rumble matches we've had ever. And the order of entry was as followed. Going in order: Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez from NXT, Lyra Valkyria, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Chelsea Green, the Women's United States Champion, B-Fab, Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, Lash Legend, also from NXT, Bianca Belair, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Shayna Baszler, Bayley, Sonya Deville, Maxine Dupree, Naomi, the other half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, excuse me, Jada Parker from NXT, Piper Niven, Natalia, Jordan Grace, of the former TNA Knockouts champion, now officially a part of WWE. Congrats to her. There's been a lot of rumors saying that she could end up on the main roster right off the bat. I'm not sure if the rumors are true, but those are the rumors. Michin, and get this, okay? I talked about it literally, what was it, just the other day? What was it, like just the other day? I gotta look back. I believe it was literally just yesterday. Literally, it was just yesterday that I talked about it, and she actually came back. Alexa Bliss, who we had not seen in over 2 years. And I talked about it yesterday about about WWE, about both her and WWE not coming to terms on a new deal. Apparently those have been sponged, I guess. But continuing on, Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae, excuse me, Stephanie Vaquer, also from NXT, Trish Stratus, the Hall of Famer who we hadn't seen in quite some time, Raquel Rodriguez, Charlotte Flair, obviously announcing her return several months back, Julia, the NXT Women's Champion, Nia Jax, and this one I'm a bit conflicted by, right? Because you would think that with the number 30 spot, you think it would have been given to anybody, right? It could have been given to AJ Lee, who, fans all over the world have been wanting to see her back in WWE because of the fact that Punk has been back for over a year. But unfortunately, that is not the case. It could have been given to Becky Lynch, but instead it was given to Nikki Bella. I don't know why. Am I conflicted by it? Absolutely. Do I think it's bullshit? In a way, I kind of do, but at the same time, But at the same time, a lot has happened to Nikki Bella ever since she got inducted into the Hall of Fame a few years back. And yeah, I think honestly she was she was actually quite the dark horse of the match, but it wouldn't matter anyway because Nia Jax had a hell of a performance in the Rumble, eliminating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, approximately about 10 superstars, including Io Sky, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella herself. It was incredible. It was incredible. But in the final moments, it came down to the final two: Roxanne Perez and Charlotte Flair. Yes, I am coughing because my throat won't clear up. But the closing moments, it came down to the final two: Roxanne Perez and Charlotte Flair. And of course, Charlotte Flair making history, becoming just, I believe, the 6th superstar in WWE to win to win a second Royal Rumble, which is incredible. Now she gets to choose, and given the fact that her husband Andrade is on SmackDown, I have no doubt in my mind that she'll be going after Tiffany Stratton and the WWE Women's title. But then again, given her history with Rhea Ripley, she could end up choosing Rhea as well, which is possible. But congrats to Charlotte Flair. Hell of a performance. Hell of a performance, entering the match at number 27. You cannot go wrong with that. But moving on into the WWE Tag Team title. Oh, wait. I gotta backtrack. Forgive me. My honest thoughts on the Rumble. Honestly, the Women's Rumble was pretty much almost what we expected. We didn't expect Nikki Bella to show up, but I think as far as what's next for her, at this point, anything can happen. No one really knows, but I will say that if she does come back full time, or at least somewhat full time, it will be interesting. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. But overall, Charlotte Flair winning, absolutely incredible. What a way to come back from a career-ending knee injury. We had not heard from her at all since War Games a couple of years ago, which actually made us think of what would be next for Charlotte Flair, and now we know WrestleMania, which begs the question: will it be WrestleMania Saturday or WrestleMania Sunday? Only time will tell. But I will say, honestly, 4 stars. I'm not gonna complain. Could it have ended differently? I honestly don't think it could have. But I feel like even if Roxanne Perez did win, she would just end up cashing it in on the NXT Women's title anyway. So it really wouldn't make much of a difference. So I think Charlotte Flair winning probably was the best decision. But as far as WrestleMania goes, only time will tell. Next up, the WWE Tag Team titles between DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm not even gonna justify how it all went down, because this was just like the Royal Rumble matches. This was also a test of endurance. How much can both teams endure until the final bell rings? And honestly, they were able to go the distance. DIY picked up the first fall. The Machine Guns picked up the second fall, and it came down to the last fall, the third deciding fall. Street Profits came back and didn't see much of them for weeks because of DIY, and they, for some random reason, they helped DIY retain the tag team titles thanks to and DIY hitting Chris Sabin with meat in the middle, and then of course Dawkins and Tez hit DIY with a crutch, walking away with their heads held high. Honestly, I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad that the Profits are back, but I'm gonna be optimistic and give it 3 stars. I think it could have ended better, but it is what it is. But could it have ended differently? I think if the Profits hadn't have gotten involved, I think the Machine Guns would have won. But it is what it is. Now we move into the ladder match for the WWE title between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. And of course, we saw I think what was it, a couple weeks ago on Raw, Kevin Owens telling Sammy, "You help me, I'll help you." And the question was, where did Sammy's allegiance lie? Did it lie with Kevin Owens or Cody Rhodes? And he couldn't decide. He could not decide. But ladder matches, we all know that ladder matches become very, very insane. Absolutely insane. I don't even have the words to describe the feeling of that ladder match, right? You know, of what that ladder match excuse me, of watching that ladder match. And excuse me, this was back and forth. We knew that both Kevin and Cody were gonna beat the living shit out of each other. We knew that they were going to tear each other's asses apart, and they literally did. It was back and forth, crossroads, pop-out power bombs, ladders to the face, absolutely insane. But it was the closing moments that made things a bit interesting the last several minutes, because we saw Kevin Owens hit Cody Rhodes with a Fisherman Buster from the second rope onto the ladder, almost literally damn near breaking both of their necks. And then we saw Kevin attempt a stunner to Cody, which backfired into a crossroads. And then Cody hit Kevin Owens with an Alabama slam onto, literally breaking the ladder in half. And Kevin Owens was also busted open in the process, allowing Cody to climb the ladder to retain the WWE title. And now it is on to WrestleMania for the American Nightmare. This will be the first time in the legacy of the Rhodes family that a Rhodes is going to WrestleMania as the WWE champion, which is going to be interesting to see how it all fares out, with, as we now know who won the men's Rumble, which nobody expected it. I'm being real, nobody expected how it ended, but we will get to that in a second. But I will say, Kevin Owens brought his A game. Both guys brought their A game, and I don't know. I really don't think it could have ended any other way. I think Kevin Owens just, with how delusional he had been over the last several months, he brought it upon himself, and now Cody is still WWE champion. He's done with Kevin Owens. There's nothing left in that story, to, if you will. So now it comes down to this, because we know that he's going to be defending his title at WrestleMania, but we don't know against who. As far as what happened in the men's Rumble, it's very interesting to say the very least. But altogether, that ladder match, 4 stars. I don't even have the words for it. Like, it's absolutely insane with how that match ended. But we now move into the men's rumble, and this was it was said that this was going to be the most loaded men's Royal Rumble match of all time, and it lived up to the hype. Think about this in order: Rey Mysterio and Penta kicked off the men's rumble. Think about that. Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Otis, Braun Breaker, the Intercontinental Champion. Originally, it was supposed to have been Akira Tozawa, but because that Carmelo Hayes got eliminated by Braun Breaker, he decided to take it upon himself and knock out Akira Tozawa. And randomly, because that he was backstage, Triple H told IShowSpeed, "Hey, guess what? You're in the Rumble." Shows up, and he and both him and Braun Breaker eliminated Otis. Right? IShowSpeed will go down in the history books, saying that he eliminated a WWE superstar. Absolutely crazy. Continuing on from there, Sheamus, Jimmy Uso, Andrade, Jacob Fatu, Ludwig Kaiser, The Miz, Joe Hendry, the TNA World Champion, which is insane. And this is where that was just the first half. That right there was pretty loaded, but the second half became deadly loaded. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jey Uso, the return of AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, Dirty Dom, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, the megastar LA Knight, yeah. And of course, we knew he was going to be in it. He announced it last week on Raw, Logan Paul, which, again, that right there is a loaded list. Think about this. You have how many former world champions? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You had literally 12 former world champions. 12 former world champions. 1, 2, 3. 3 current champions in the form of Braun Breaker, Joe Hendry, and Shinsuke Nakamura. This was actually a crazy one. And I honestly didn't think that Joe Hendry would make it into the men's rumble given his schedule with TNA, but I'm glad he did. But unfortunately, he got eliminated by Roman Reigns, which is a bit unfortunate. But I mean, Joe Hendry in WWE, I mean, he said it best: anytime, anywhere, any show. Maybe we might see him on Raw. Who the fuck knows? But the last moments was absolutely insane. It came down to the final 6: Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, AJ Styles, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins. Think about that. 1, 2. Yep, literally. This was incredible. Punk literally eliminated both Rollins and Roman Reigns. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And then Punk randomly got eliminated by Logan Paul. So it did come down to Logan Paul as well. It came down to the final 3 after that. It came down to the final 3. Jey Uso, John Cena, Logan Paul. Paul got eliminated by John Cena, and it came down to 2 of the greatest of all time. John Cena, who's a 16-time world champion, and Jey Uso, who is a 10-time tag team champion. Technically 11 if you count his time in FCW, but still. Part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time, the Usos. You could not decide who you wanted to win. It was either you wanted a 17th world title or you wanted a brand new world champion. It literally came down to that. and to all the John Cena fans out there like myself, John Cena got eliminated by Jay. I mean, dead ass. Jey Uso is going to WrestleMania and is going to be in the main event, no pun intended, of this year's WrestleMania. But now the question is this: is he gonna go after Cody? I don't think so. I don't think he will go after Cody, simply because I feel like the relationship that Jay has with Cody, obviously them being former tag team champions together, competing inside War Games together. Jay helping Cody finish the story. With all of that, there's no way in hell that he's gonna go after Cody. Only one option, and that's go after Gunther. Honestly, I'm not gonna complain. I think this lived up to the hype. One of the greatest Royal Rumble events of all time. You cannot go wrong with that. Jay and Charlotte Flair now have a clear path to WrestleMania. There's no telling what can happen next. But with that being said, but honestly though, 5 stars. I'm being real, 5 stars. I think could I have wanted John Cena to win? Absolutely. I think him having going after a 17th world title probably would have been cool, but it was not. It was not meant to be. But congrats to Jey Uso. 5 stars overall. The card itself absolutely loaded. You can't go wrong with it. 4 stars. Not gonna complain. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.